The Youngevity UK and Europe Show with Dr. Wallach.
Hi, my name's Jonathan Smith. Welcome to the Youngevity UK and Europe Show with Dr. Wallach. Each week we'll go through the Dead Doctors Don't Lie show and handpick information regarding people's specific health concerns. So listen now as Dr. Wallach gives his expert advice on how to deal with the root cause of illness and disease nutritionally. If you would like further information on the products recommended in the show, they can be found in the description below the video. Enjoy the show.
The Youngevity UK and Europe Show.
I want to discuss exercise a little bit because everybody says it's good for you. And, of course, there was a 10-year study published in January of 2009 by Loyola University School of Medicine, and they said that exercise will not make you lose weight. Everybody freaked out and went and sifted through all their data and they said, by golly, they're right. If you want to make exercise part of a weight loss program, you got to cut your calories, your daily calorie intake down to 500 calories a day or less. Then you'll lose some weight. You get up to 1,000 calories a day again, you'll gain all your weight back plus. Okay, exercise in of itself. In fact, it was a front page story on Time magazine, a cover story. It came out 8 months later, August of 2009, said, big headlines, exercise will not make you lose weight. Okay? Well, then let's look at the statistics of people who get paid to exercise. We're talking about professional athletes, and you look at all combined professional athletes from all sports combined, the average lifespan is 62, except for football players is 51. And with the exception of one guy from the Philadelphia Phillies baseball team who played for them, 75 or 80 years ago, whatever it was, he died at 100 years and 3 days. And so he's the only exception. He's the only professional athlete who's ever lived to be 100. Okay? And so we have this problem here. You're talking about the top athletes. They make $10 million a game, $10 million a game, and yet their average lifespan, their expectancy is only 62. And, of course, they have all these problems. They break down in their joints, in their cartilage, in their tendons, their ligaments, their muscles, muscle tears, muscle cramps, back cramps, ruptured disc, and they die early. What is going on? Well, when you exercise, you sweat, and sweat is not water. Sweat is a soup that contains all the nutrients floating around in your blood. If you're not replacing them, if you're just rehydrating with water, or you're drinking sports drinks, Gatorade has 2 nutrients, Powerade has 6 nutrients. So we actually came up with a sports drink that has 100 nutrients. Okay, it's called Rebound versus Gatorade and Powerade. And then I want you to get a hold of the books. Dead Doctors Don't Lie, of course. Rare Earths Vin Cures, going to exercise quite extensively. And then Epigenetics. And there is a CD that goes along with all these when it comes to exercise and athletes. It's called Dead Athletes Don't Lie. It's actually sad. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of young athletes under the age of 20 years of age die each year from sudden heart death, cardiomyopathy, heart disease. I'm an expert in that. I've done 1,700 autopsies on kids under the age of 10 that have died of that one, deficiency of a single mineral, and then ruptured aneurysms. Okay? And ruptured aneurysms are caused by deficiency of a single mineral, a different mineral than those that result in sudden heart death. And I urge you, again, to get a hold of these books, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, Rare Earths Vin Cures, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Disease Transmission. Get a hold of the CD, Dead Athletes Don't Lie. And you will just be reading this with your mouth open because of all the negative stuff that goes along with these athletes. Well, what you want to do is appreciate that they all sweat. They're sweating out these nutrients. And over 100 years ago, 200 years ago, people were getting nutrition in their food. So there was some sort of without thinking, just eating food, and they were getting their nutrients replaced that they were sweating out. Well, these nutrients are no longer found in our food. Well, why is that? Well, that's because we switched at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday, September 4th, 1882. We switched from wood as the universal fuel around the world. We're putting the wood ashes, really 95 to 90% minerals, and the wood ashes aren't wood ashes. Wood ashes are really minerals. Put them in the garden. The plants suck them up, eat the vegetables and fruit and nuts and grains grown in these gardens and fields fertilized with wood ashes, a.k.a. plant minerals. And you're going to get these mineral nutrients. And, of course, this is no longer true today. You know, when we switched to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday, September 4th, 1882, on Pearl Street, New York City, to electricity, when you woke up in the morning, there was no more wood ashes to put in the garden. There was what? Nothing. And nobody knew, even yet today. Environmentalists don't know this. Ecologists don't know this. Professors of agriculture don't know this. Politicians at the state and federal level who are dealing with agriculture don't know this. They think our soils are depleted because of bad farming practices. No, because we're not putting wood ashes in the garden anymore. We don't have any flooding because we have flood control because of hydroelectric plants. And we're not getting the silt coming down from mountains hundreds of miles upstream and during the spring floods remineralizing soil. So unless you supplement with all 90 essential nutrients, 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 3 fatty acids, and you use Rebound as a rehydrator as well as a nutrient replacement as you're sweating in athletics, you're in trouble. In fact, exercise without supplementation can be suicide. So again, I urge you to get a hold of that CD, Dead Athletes Don't Lie. Listen to that one. It goes into all the various famous people, athletes that have died from these nutritional deficiencies. A single mineral deficiency causes sudden heart death, cardiomyopathy, heart disease. I've done 1,700 autopsies of human beings of that one. And then ruptured aortic aneurysms, okay, is caused by deficiency of another mineral, one that's required to maintain the integrity of the elastic fibers in the capillaries and veins and arteries.
The Youngevity UK and Europe Show with Dr. Wallach.
Thanks for listening to this week's show. If you're listening on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and for more info on the products mentioned in this week's show, check out the links in the description.